That is good banter.
Oh, Timmy Sarge, we're back, mate. We are back. You excited?
Oh, you little beauty. We are back in a big way.
Oh, it's huge.
And it is cold as ice in here. Willing to sacrifice. Are you willing to sacrifice? Is that the word?
Sacrifice my love.
Love.
Is that right?
Don't know.
Are you
Don't
willing?
know.
No. What a time to be alive, though, Timmy.
Yeah.
Unless you're a 95-year-old dementia patient in a nursing home.
Yeah.
In Sydney.
Just heard an update on her today, and yeah, she's not going real well. But, yeah. No, it's all.
So if you haven't heard, wherever you listen overseas or you don't watch the news, a 97-year-old dementia patient in a nursing home got tasered over the weekend.
Yeah, there might have been a bit bloody trigger happy with the taser, but
apparently she was 43 kilograms. Like, if I couldn't knock out a 43 kilo 95-year-old dementia patient, I'll go he.
Yeah, look, they certainly erred on the side of caution when they made the decision to pull the taser out. Look, I'm sure there's rules and regulations, and technically, look, on paper, she did have a knife, so that,
and a walking frame.
Yeah.
So,
but
I don't know how quick you're coming at someone with a walking frame and a knife.
It's easy to you to say, Evan. You weren't there. You weren't
That's
the
true.
one with the walking frame coming at you with a knife.
No.
So, yeah. It's wouldn't easy. We're not here to be cop bashing. This would be a bloody shit of a job. You don't know what you're walking into. Although unless you are walking into a
nursing home.
Yeah.
Although I reckon some of those oldies have had a pretty good run.
Yep.
I reckon maybe sometimes they deserve it, you know.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
It's a toughie.
It's a tough one, and I'm certainly not gonna make too many comments on it. But
if you had to tase someone, who would be the first person? Is there anyone who annoys you, who you just go, fuck you, champ? Or is it someone in general where it's maybe someone who doesn't acknowledge you when you let them through or something like that? Who would you tase?
Hard to tase someone
from the dog
across the road. So that's not an idea. Unless you had a big sort of taser strapped to the front of your car that you could just fucking shoot out at people. But I reckon at the airport, I wouldn't mind pulling a taser out a fair bit. You know,
a few fuckwits out there.
A lot of fuckwits. And this is a common one when you're on a plane. I flew the other day, and that's why it's hot in my memory. The person that enters the plane when you know they say, all right, if you're in aisle 1 to 15, go the front, and aisle 15 to 30,
go to the stairs at the back.
Go to the back, and the person that's aisle 2, and for some reason decides to go to the back and pretty much fucks up the whole system.
Yeah, I reckon it's usually people coming the other way. People who, they're aisle 27 and they're coming up the front. You just see them coming. You go, you fuckwit.
Yeah, what have you done?
What are you doing? You're fucking the whole system for everyone.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a little taser.
I reckon maybe a gun for people like that.
Yeah.
Fuck the taser.
Taser might be a bit light on.
I reckon it might be, mate.
Yeah.
I reckon it might be. So,
but and I guess, and also when you're going through security, but actually in their defence, can we get have we discussed this? Can we get a bit of fucking consistency when we're going through the X-rays?
Well, it's sort of weird, like the beeper.
Yeah, and because they always say, like, no two bloody airports are the same. Like, you pull out your laptop and the guy will be like, mate, you don't have to pull your laptop out. And you're like,
you're Tom Siegert. We are a bit worried about what's on the hard drive.
Yeah,
so you do have to.
But, and then you'll go to the next one.
They go, keep it in the bag.
Keep it in. And you'll be like, mate, your belt. No, your belt's fine. You go through one, you're down your undies, and then you're like, mate, you can keep your clothes on. You're like, well, fuck, can we get some consistency?
Yeah, it is sort of weird.
And you bend over and spread your cheeks.
You go, come on, can you?
You don't have to do that. This is Adelaide Airport. And you're like, well, I had to do it at Pentridge. So, yeah. Anyway, bit of just a bit of consistency.
To see what happens when I'm over in the States.
You'll be getting violated left, right, and centre.
I hope so.
Yeah,
Looking forward to it. Hopefully by a big black guy with big hands.
Oh yeah.
Just stick those Hutchie Malacca's up there, mate.
There's
Get
a
him up to
siren.
the siren. Quarter time.
Quarter time of that.
Have you got the oranges?
Yeah. No, they love. If I got one little tip while you're going through security over there, they've got a great sense of humour. So just really try and crack them up. Bit of your Aussie humour, Evan, or bloody, they'll love it.
They're not going to understand it.
They will fucking love it. Tell you what I might do is somehow get my hands on a little bag of Coke and drop it in your bloody carry-on. Give you something to think about on the way over there.
Yeah.
I love that.
That'd be good. That'd be a good start. It'd make for a good story for the pod.
Oh, yeah.
Need something. So,
Except,
yeah. So, good stuff, mate. Good stuff. What's going on? Anyone been contacting you? Anyone saying the pod's going great or anything like that?
Oh, I actually got contacted a couple of times last week asking where the update for Gus was.
Oh, we sort of missed that. You brushed over the Griffith thing.
Yeah. Well, because nothing really happened. Because I made the decision. Look, let's let sleeping dogs die, lay and die, and let's
forget about
just
Gus.
have the great memories I have of Gus, and let's not flog a dead horse. But sure enough, or funnily enough. I did mention they had these posters of me.
I put them on the Instagram. Good Banter Instagram.
Yeah.
I stalked you on Facebook.
And there was a little sign down the front of the posters that said something about Gus, like I own.
Hang on.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah,
we'll
you
get
keep talking about
Get this factually correct, because I didn't ask for this, but the lovely folk at Griffith Footy Club, someone there must be pretty handy with the old paint Photoshop, and they set up a couple of.
That's the old headshot, mate. That's from 2004,
they made up
mate.
A couple of posters. Jeez. I'm right down the bottom of one of them. It says, "P.S. Gus said he owes him a bag of weed." Obviously, a reference to us and the podcast talking about Gus.
Yeah, but if you're not, you need to paint a picture of the thing. So it says "wanted," and it's got a headshot of you.
Yep.
Most wanted, Tom Siegert for an unpaid bar tab from 1998. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That'd be correct.
Yep.
Yeah. Caution: he may be attempting to pass himself off as a talented footballer.
Okay.
I don't think you've ever really done that.
No.
Or a comedian. So yeah. And then P.S. Gus said he owes him a bag of weed too.
Yeah, so that's a reference to obviously the story we told on the pod. So I thought, oh, well, that's a nice little touch. But that went up on the socials, and he actually texted me out of the blue, Gus, the other day.
Oh,
yeah, he's a little... see, here's the update you were chasing that wasn't there. We scroll through. Should have got this prepared.
Groovy Pants Gus.
Jeez,
Jeez, you've had a few messages.
I got a lot of... Yeah, here we go. He wrote, "Hey, Tom. Funny, I like the sign. Cheers, Gus."
No, it does not. Oh, yeah, he's put two. Yeah.
What did you think it was?
Oh, it was 2 beers.
What do you think it was? Two balls or something?
No, 2 bongs.
"Hey, Tom, funny, I like the sign, Gus." And I wrote back, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
blah.
you've written an essay compared to what Gus
Well, I thought this is my
wrote.
last chance of rekindling our relationship.
Read out what you said.
It's a bit wanky.
Nah, do it, mate. It's good.
All right. Yeah, all right. So I wrote back. So Gus has contacted me out of the blue and said, "Hey,
it's
Tom.
one sentence.
Hey,
He's giving
Tom.
you donuts.
Funny. Hi, Tom. Funny, I like the sign." So he must have seen the sign. But the sign had nothing to do with me. So maybe he thought I made the sign. Maybe he thought I made the sign. But I had nothing to do with the fucking sign. I just turned up and it was there. So, all right, g'day, mate. Hope you're well. The sign certainly wasn't my doing, but I did find it quite funny. You forgetting me has become quite the joke amongst my mates. Whenever I text message anyone, they just write back, "Tom who?" I planned on giving you a buzz to catch up last Saturday, but was coaching my son's footy Saturday morning in Melbourne, so only got to Griffith just before the gig.
That's a lie.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't even have kids. Met a heap of young boys at the club Saturday night that coached. All spoke very highly of you.
That's a lie.
Although I only played 6 games for the Swans, it was nice to get back there and see a few familiar faces like Rowdy, who I also played with in Wodonga. You've got to explain things to Gus. All the best, mate, and hopefully we cross paths again sometime. Cheers, Tom. And he wrote back, "That would be good. Thumbs up." Yeah. So there's a nice little, little full stop on the...
Yeah, I don't think you're seeing Gus again.
No, we probably won't cross paths. Look, we might. Who knows? The world's a
If that was
Crazy place.
like a woman where you're trying to maybe catch up for a second date or just one date, that's there's not too much happening with that message there.
That relationship, yeah.
That would be good. He's not like
well, to be honest,
how often do you get to Griffith?
Exactly. And he's not going to come to Melbourne. He's not a Melbourne sort of guy.
Gus can't leave his fucking lounge room.
No, he's all right. No, Gus is going on.
Oh, he's all right.
He's
Sorry,
a good man. He's
okay,
a bloody
that's
good man. And
he doesn't listen
and
to
he
this,
coached
does he?
I don't know. He coached a junior footy team at Griffith, and a few of his players were, and they loved him. Absolutely loved him. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he was feeding them bongs.
Evan. There's more to Gus than the bongs. But anyway, so you wanted an update. There's the update.
There you go, mate.
You had a great time. So do you want me to run you through a bit fucking has happened in the last?
You've teased me on the phone, which is great. I want to hear this.
Well,
There's a bit going on.
Well, I'll finish on that. First, I'll quickly fly through. Last Wednesday, had a gig, and the company will remain anonymous.
Yep.
Large
Big
company.
Company. Doing well.
And anyway, so they've got me. Regularly, they have these. I guess you'd call them
Awards nights?
No, probably hardware shows. Maybe
Okay.
not really hardware shows. Shows.
Shows.
Let's just call them shows. Where they basically we'll say electrician. Geez, we're narrowing it down. So any electrician in that area gets invited along for a trade show. It's a
Trade show. There, well done, mate.
Yep. So all the suppliers are there, and they can go along and they get free piss for about 2 hours. And the suppliers got their tables set up. They can go and talk shit, and then they sit down, and then someone MCs a big night, and they have all these awards. They have handball comps. They have quiz. It's free piss.
Just what you want.
Steaks. It's it's midweek, but it's free, and it's free piss and food and some light entertainment. And anyway, so light entertainment, and
so while you're doing it, you're light entertainment,
very light entertainment.
What did they say? Hey, it's Saturday was a light entertainment show.
That was light entertainment.
Remember how they?
What's heavy entertainment?
Heavy, yeah. What?
Like porn.
That's
Porn's heavy entertainment.
This is heavy.
This is heavy stuff,
but I like it. I like
so
it. What? So hey, they went for like 3 hours. That's a pretty heavy entertainment show.
I think it's not about the time it goes for, because like a test match, you'd say is fairly light entertainment.
Oh, that's
and that goes for 5 days.
Very light entertainment.
Yeah. Anyway, so they have an MC for this function, and also during the trade show, you walk around going, "Hey guys, don't forget to fill in your entry forms." Like, it's a big job. You're there for about you're on for about 4 hours. You're there for an hour before.
Plus, you had to go to Tassie.
Plus, I had to fly to Tassie to do this one. So anyway, they've got their regulars that do it, or regular, and they're looking for someone else to
Fresh
come
blood.
in. Yeah, the pay's okay. It's pretty good, but for how much work you do,
for how big they are,
yeah, and for how much work you do, it's probably not as much as other corporates, but it's still good. But the big selling point is you can do a lot of them.
Ooh.
Yeah, you might be doing 15 of these a year, 20 of these a year. So it can be quite good money in their midweek, so not much else on, and the people are lovely, and they're great to work for, great organisation.
Mate, I reckon you've got the next one in the bag if they listen to this.
Well, so they've booked me in for one. It's a trial. So I did a little comedy spot at one about 6 months ago. They obviously didn't mind what they saw. And the guy that usually does it can't do it. So, let's see how Tommy Siegert goes.
And your comedy spot back then, are you doing your horsecock soup? Are you talking about your erection?
You got to be a bit more careful. It's a tough one because they're tradies, so they're basically footy blokes. So you could be doing your dirty shit, but it's also a corporate. So there's a real blurred line,
grey area
of what you can and can't say. But anyway, this isn't the point. So I'm doing my first one. They've booked me down in Tassie, and they've booked all my flights, accommodation. So it's on a Wednesday, and so I've taken the day off work. 10:50 flight
in the morning.
In the morning, and I've got to be at the racetrack in Hobart, where it is, at 4:30.
So you got a bit of free time.
Got a bit of free time. So anyway, so I've spoke to Tam, and she said, she's working that day. Can I drop the boys off at school? I've sort of crunched the numbers. I drop them off I'm out of there at about 8:45. Should be right. I've got 2 hours to get there.
Okay, so 10:50 flight.
10:50
You've got to be there.
8:40.
9:50.
Yeah.
Okay, 8:45.
Oh, well before that. You've only got to be there half an hour before.
Okay, but you just got to allow for unmentionables.
Yeah, unmentionables. So
Traffic.
Shit
time.
Anyway, so I've got in my car. I've thought it's normally 40 minutes to the airport.
Fuck, I forgot to drop the boys off.
No, I dropped the boys off, got in the car, clickety-clack, an hour 20. Already the sphincter's fucking
the
tightening
unmentionables
up.
are starting to...
So I've started to think, fuck me swinging. I might have fucked this up. So I'm fucking fanging it out the airport. I'm shitting myself, and because this is my trial. There's a general rule with trials: you got to turn up,
make it to the airport on time. That's the first trial.
You got to be there. That's my first trial.
Yeah.
So anyway, absolutely shit myself. So I'm like, all right, I'll get my usual car park. There's this little area where there's always car parks. I'll park there. I'll sprint up. I should still be all right. No car parks anywhere. I'm starting to
sweat.
Big
sweater.
Starting to think, all right. I'm starting to panic. So I've had to park so far away from the airport that I've got to catch that bus.
Ooh, the Sky Bus.
And that thing.
That takes a while.
Yeah, you don't really know if you got time to burn. You sit on there, you scroll through your phone, you do a bit of people watching. It's nice and relaxing. But when you're running late, you really notice that little fucker stops about every 15 metres.
Yeah, and that's when you get the people who haven't got their bags ready. They're like, they're just jumping on there. Come on, kids, grab your bags. Stop pissing on the bloody window of that thing over there. Come on, get in. You're like, hurry up.
It's a nightmare. So we're 35 minutes till the plane leaves.
And you're on the bus.
I'm on the fucking bus.
Oof.
So we've gone to we'll say 40 minutes. So Virgin.
Already checked in? Did you check in online?
Didn't check in.
Okay.
No, I don't know how to do that.
Clearly.
So anyway, we've gone in the Virgin.
Going in the Virgin, that's one of the perks to the job.
Yeah, which I didn't have time to be be doing that, but I couldn't help myself. I was like,
screaming.
I won't be long.
What's your scream on the Virgin?
So anyway, I've bloody gone up the escalator, and some cockheads tried to take their about 5 bags up the escalator. Get this. This is what I didn't fucking need. Again, nationality's not important, but I'm just painting a picture. An Asian guy at the bottom, his Asian wife at the top. They've got 8 bags. I don't know, like 8 big suitcases.
Jeez, maybe are they selling?
No idea. Didn't stop to chat. But he was putting it on the escalator
and letting it
go up, and she was grabbing it at the other end, and it was absolutely fucking it for everyone. There's this lady there. In the airport going, taser. These are the ones they should be tasing.
Yep.
Anyway, so I eventually got upstairs, ran to the bloody, don't have time to do me check-in shit. I got to speak to someone. So I ran up and I said, mate, I'm running late. I hope I'm not too late. And he goes, what flight are you catching? And I said, the 10:50. And he's on his computer, tap, 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 tap. And he goes, all right, can I have your ID? Yep. Tap, 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 tap. And he said, mate, there's no 10:50 flight to Hobart.
Okay.
And I said, no, mate, I'm on it. These people don't normally book me. I'm on it. And
Tom
he said,
Siegert,
tap, tap, tap,
suburban
tap,
footballer.
tap, tap, tap. He said, mate, there is no flight, 10:50 flight.
All right. So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking,
I could have fucked up here.
I'm thinking, I've got a lot of self-doubt when things like this happen, because chances are I fucked up. So I've pulled out my diary. I've sat it. We've looked through it. And he goes, mate, that's Qantas.
Oh, so you've written it in your diary?
Yeah, QF.
In your... So...
Yeah. I was at the fucking Virgin and it was Qantas. And he goes, mate, you're going to struggle. And I just grabbed me shit and fucking ran to the Virgin. And to the Qantas.
This is where you fucked up, I think.
I ran back to the Virgin.
I don't think you can read, Tom.
I ran back to Virgin. He said, mate, you're back at Virgin.
You're back at
Virgin. You're a fucking idiot.
That girl's still screaming. You shouldn't have done that. What's going on,
so
mate?
I've bolted. I'm now feeling a bit sick. Like, I've fucked this up. So I've fucking bolted, and this lady it was clear I was in the shit, and they said, mate, you go to the front of the queue. So I've gone to the front of the queue, Virgin, chuck me shit on.
Everyone's going, let's tase this fuckwit.
Yeah, let's tase it. And yeah. So the cops are there, taser's ready to go. And I've said, look, I'm going to Hobart. I just hope I've got to get on this flight. I've got to get on this flight. And she goes, tap, 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 tap. And she said, you've missed it. And I said, what? And she said, it's already boarding. You've missed it.
You're fucked.
And I said, what do you mean?
I'm here.
I said, what do you mean? And she said, well, we can't check in luggage. And I said, well, can I just check it in? Can I just have it as carry-on? Because I only had a small bag.
Ooh.
And she goes, have you got anything in there? And I said, I'll take it out. I said, I've got clippers because I was going to clip my pubes as you do at a hotel. So I have to clean the shit up. Yeah. So, is that where when I'm at a hotel, that's, mate, that's clipper time.
Yeah. I shit on my own chest and everything. I get right into it. Yeah, housekeeping.
That's why I've got to be bloody woolly lately because I haven't been getting in as many hotels.
Well, you wouldn't have as much because I don't have kids, so getting the clippers out, I can sort of do that when Kristen's at work. I mean, you've got the Rugrats. You can't really be doing that. You don't want a kid walking in on you shaving your ball.
No,
bag.
and you've got one foot up on the sink and your bloody clipper in your bumhole, and it's no good. Dad, what are you doing?
Noah, can you give us a hand, mate? It's a bit hard to see back here.
It's no good.
You give me a chop out, son.
Can you at least hold the mirror while I? So mate, I'd hate to be the cleaner, walk into some of my bloody hotels. Look like I murdered a horse.
Sasquatch.
Yeah, Sasquatch has been murdered. Look like a bloody just a hairdressing salon. Yeah, this guy's been running a fucking illegal hairdressing salon in here.
A barber shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I said, what if I take the shit out? And it's just carry on. She goes, tip, 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 tip.
Tap.
And she looked up and goes, no, sorry, sir, you've missed out. And I said, are you fucking serious? And she goes, you're going to have to go.
No, I'm not. I'm joking. Get on there, buddy.
Yeah, sorry. But she had this look about her that she was new and she wasn't very flexible. She didn't know how to.
Yeah. She couldn't touch her toes.
So she said, where? I said, well, fucking what do I do now? And she said, well, you'll have to go see customer service. So I ran over to customer service and I said, you have to go see customer service, book another flight. Ugh. And I said, fuck me. So I bolted over and in my heart, I've accepted that I've missed it.
Yep.
But I thought, well, I'm just going to have to pay for another flight.
You are.
No drama. So I've gone over to customer service and I said, hi, how you going? I've just missed a flight. I have to get to Tassie. Because it's not like Melbourne where you could get on the phone and go, and there's 20 other comedians that could fill in.
Oh, no.
Like this is...
You got to go to Tassie, mate.
Yeah, and I've done all this homework.
I mean, Franklin's not getting a flight from Launceston down to this thing to fill in for you.
But I've also had to learn, like, it's this whole procedure and all these things I've got to mention.
They should have put how to get to the airport on time. They should have put that into the run sheet.
Yeah.
For you.
So I've said, look, I'm fucking missed me flight. I've got to get on the next flight. And I said, when's the next flight? And she said, oh, there's not many flights to Hobart. The next one's at 5:30.
Oh, shit.
And I just said, I've got to get to Hobart. I said, I have to get to Hobart. And I reckon she could see the fear. And she goes, I said, what about if I don't take any fucking suitcase or anything?
Can you put me in the cockpit? I'll sit on the toilet.
I'll fly it.
Yeah.
I'll fly the fucking thing.
Give me a go.
Yeah. And I said, I won't even take carry-on. I'll buy shit down there. I said, can you get me on the plane,
You should have done what Jim Carrey did. Go, it's all right. I'm a limo driver. And pulled out your...
I haven't seen that.
Oh, it's on Dumb and Dumber.
Okay.
Yeah. Didn't work, though. The plane had actually fucked off.
Oh, okay.
It just goes off the end of the bloody...
Oh, okay. No, that didn't happen. So anyway, so she had this look about it. She'd been in the biz for a while. So tap, 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 tap. And she said, if you go now, you can probably get on. And I said, well, I wasn't in there to argue. But
just had to go.
Part of me's thinking, well, couldn't we have done this from the fucking start?
It's ridiculous. Like, until the plane's in the air, it's not gone.
Yeah, it hasn't gone. And she said, you're going to have to take it as carry-on. So I grabbed me clippers and she said, well, what are you going to do? How are you going to shave your pubes? And I said, how'd you know? And she said, they're fucking hanging out of your jeans. I said, oh.
But you got to get on there.
You got to get on there. We'll talk pubes later.
We'll talk pubes. We can't be trimming pubes now.
And so I've taken the clippers out and she said, look, I don't want them there. That's disgusting.
Use scissors
Yeah.
when you get to the
She said-
hotel room.
And she said, well, just try it. And anyway, so I put the clippers back in, zipped my bag up, ran through.
I'll give you
security,
my Apple lady.
Security didn't give a fuck. I would have taken a fucking handgun through. I said, I've got clippers. And they're like, oh.
Oh.
I'm like,
Good luck
okay.
shaving your pubes.
Yeah, are they a few pubes? I said, how'd you know? I said, we got no pants on. You're fucking
Hanging
the
out your
hairiest
jocks.
dick I've ever seen in my life. It's okay.
Looks like a Sasquatch has been murdered. I love it when the air hostess has got banter like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's just great.
Nah, just good banter.
Yeah.
She goes, are you from Good Banter? I said, nah, no time to chat. No time for bloody fans.
No.
So I've gone through, got on the fucking plane, pissing out sweat.
Now, did
shaking.
you go in the right entrance?
No, I climbed up on the wing. I was that fucking messed up. I was
Left
knocking
hand.
on the window
Someone
going,
pushed
how
out
do you
the
get in this
emergency
fucking
exit.
thing? No, so I got on the plane, made it down there. And then it was weird because I've gone from absolute stress and I'm fucked, I'm not going to make it, to once I made it, I'm like,
Once you're on the plane,
well, now I'm back, I've caught up again. So now I've got
45 minutes to...
plus fucking 5 hours when I get there. So I went
Great.
from, got down there, had a run and bloody...
You didn't do enough Ks at the airport?
I need to go for a run. I was about to have a nervous fucking breakdown. And all the excitement didn't even trim me bloody pubes.
Oh, I was going to ask.
Nah.
I wanted to see the bloody finished product.
Oh, because I was a bit shaky. I didn't want to cut me knob off. Didn't stop shaking till the next day. It's bloody shit
So
show.
it is funny, though, because stuff like that happens. Like, if that was at the airport, so you got a bit of time to de-stress and decompress,
Yeah.
just like the cabin on the aircraft.
Yeah.
But if you had to do a gig straight, like if you're running late, then they go, all right, welcome to the stage, Tom Siegert. Then you...
Yeah.
But that's bad.
But and it backs up my theory. I know I've mentioned this on the
You've
show
got a few
before.
theories.
Got a lot of theories. So
On
we had
time
this-
to the
we had
airport
this
isn't
girl-
one of them.
We had this girl that worked. I'm pretty sure she's not a listener. She worked for Sandalford many years ago. Her name was Jen. Lovely girl, Vietnamese, and
Yeah,
just a
nice.
bit of a hard nut, bit of a hard side to her. And she was working in customer service, answering the phones many moons ago. And so there were 3 girls on the phones, and quite often we'd be in there and you'd be chatting, and someone would ring up with a problem with a safe or their letterbox or whatever, and they'd get Judy, the lovely old lady.
Oh,
that's
Jude.
oh, not
That's
lovely
an old
lady.
name,
That's
isn't it,
yeah,
Judy?
Judy, just
Judy.
a real good egg, and she'd be like, okay, how can I help you? And da 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 da, and oh no, we can do this, and oh no, we got to help you, and what about if we ship this? And she would just somehow make it happen.
Good on her.
But if you got Jen, no, you locked your keys in safe, you idiot. You're fool. That's your fault. You're on your own now. You're on your own now. You fool. And it was
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. We hate you. We hate your guts.
We hate you. You loser.
You fuckhead.
You.
You fuckhead who lose key. You're safe now. Just big box with good.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, all your good things in box, and you can't get it. You not go on holiday now.
Yes.
So yeah, well, not quite that bad. But
Yeah,
you get
it
the
wasn't that
got a bit
unprofessional.
carried away.
Okay.
And but that backed up my theory that sometimes you try and get something and you get knocked on the head, and don't give up, because I've always thought you might have just got that company's Jen,
Yes.
and there might be that company's Judy might be one.
Judy, she's just round the corner.
She's won the corner. So try again, and you might get Jude.
Yeah, it's like dating. Sometimes you get a real fuckwit who just shuts you down. Then you move on to the next person. And just how about it? How about a route? They're like, no, you loser.
Yeah.
You fucking loser.
Yeah, you pay me money.
You pay me money.
You bad boy.
$50 hand
Yeah.
job.
Similar.
Okay,
It's very dissimilar. One's just trying to get a key to a safe. One's prostitution.
Yeah, that's it.
But
that's it.
anyway, so
Anyway,
yeah, we made it, and happy days. So all right,
well, now tell us about the gig.
all right. Yeah, gig was all right. It was the emceeing part of it
You
went
saw
well.
one of my mates down there.
I saw one of your mates
Gagsy.
then. Oh, bloody the gagger.
Gagger?
The ball gag.
Yeah, he said, your mate Tommy Siegert's
Just took it up the
emceeing.
shitter?
He's
Yeah.
taken up there. I said, how's he going? He said, he was a bit like Gus. It was just sort of, not bad.
Yeah, no, but, well, the actual emceeing went very well, but then you have to 2 hours in. You've just got to do this 15-minute comedy
that's
spot.
weird.
It's
weird.
A disaster.
Never works like that. Never works
so
like
I'd say that the night went well, but my comedy spot sucked a big bag of dicks.
Yeah, which it's enjoyable for some people.
Yeah. But anyway, so here's another one. So do you want me to tell the next? How are we going for time? I've been speaking too much.
That's all right. Okay, so what's your next bit?
Well, this is the big one I was going to tell you about.
Oh, would you want me to do something just so I'll bore people with my story?
Yeah.
And then go into your big one.
Get back on track.
Yeah, because then your big one's got to be last.
That's because you don't know nothing about this.
I don't know nothing about this. And the way you've pumped this up, I'm thinking I'm excited for this. So
my only concern
I'm not
about
going to
this
be able
one,
to top it.
My only concern about this one is it's the craziness. I've told a couple of people, and I can tell there's a little bit of them going, I reckon he's at best putting a bit of mayo on this, or at worst, he's just fucking made this whole thing up.
Well, this is what I want to hear. This is good.
Yeah.
This is good.
And that's the only problem with it. People are questioning because it's something I've never seen before, and I don't think many people would have. But anyway,
that's good. Anyway, so I had a nice little weekend there. I went and caught my old mates, Frenzal.
Oh, the Rhomb.
Friday night, Frenzal Rhomb went out to 170 Russell.
Yeah.
In the city, the old billboards.
Oh, billboards.
Old billboards, yes. And that was good. But I sort of caught up with a mate.
Full house? Are they still?
Yeah, still pulling a crowd. Yeah. Still pulling a crowd. So that was good. It was sort of and mate, you were talking about Everclear and the shit setup there. Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah,
the shit setup.
Everclear.
Yeah, I sort of
Bom.
You can live beside the ocean.
That was great.
They were good. They were good. No, they had a bit. Anyway, so billboards. You got to get to billboards, mate, because they got like a tiered. They've got the flat floor, then it steps up a bit. For that, so it's exactly what you were talking about. I
used to live with a guy that did security at billboards and also sold pills there.
Yeah, so
it was a big rave joint back in the day.
It was, yeah, it did. But now it's a great setup for bands, and so stepped it up, and got in there. And firstly, I caught up with a mate, Jolie Beatty, and his wife,
Beatmaster Beat,
the old Beat off. Anyway, and his wife Simone, and they'd sort of, because I was going in there, I was helping out me bro the next day concreting, so I thought I've got to take it easy.
You don't want to be concreting with a hangover.
If there's anything worse than concreting on a Saturday, it's concreting with a fucking hangover.
Yep.
So I had a mid-strength early, went to a little bar called Heartbreaker.
Okay.
Which, it was nice. It was funky. Like all the it was a real music sort of vibe.
Yeah.
You know, all the bartenders had tattoos. There were neck tattoos.
Yep.
There were bolts going through their noses.
Bolts through the nose is right in.
Yeah, in some areas.
Yeah.
You probably would have seen a few at Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yep. Love a bolt through the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was good. And Jolie and Simone, they'd sort of come they got the night off from the kids. So the grandparents sort of grabbed the kids early. They're out Lilydale way. And they thought, let's fucking hook in.
Yep, they're ready to tie one on.
They're ready to tie one on. So I sort of, by the time I turned up and caught them at 8, they were kicking with a fair old breeze.
Yep.
Fair old breeze. And I'm just come in, just a little Evo, got a concrete tomorrow. I just had a mid-strength, and Simone, she ducked off to Luca Brasi. They were playing at Max Watts.
Luca Brasi?
Yeah, Tassie band.
Never heard of him.
Okay. Yeah.
Could have caught up with him, Dan.
Could have caught up with him, but you're in a bit of a rush.
Yeah.
Oh, that was more at the airport. But anyway, so she ducked off there. We've gone in. Oh, no, she came to the gig, and then, but Jolie, he was sort of, it was just, everything was great. Caught up with Dal, who's the bass player for Frenzal. He sort of walked past, that's fucking Dal. We follow each other on Instagram. I thought, next time he walks past, I'm going to
say hi.
I'm going to say g'day.
Yep.
So, Dal, how are you, mate? And he said, fucking security. This freak's back. No, I had a good chat to him. Got a photo with him.
Yep.
And, he was, all was good. But, Jolie was, he's on the double vodkas.
Okay.
He's kicking with a breeze. So
it's the best. Like I did a junior footy club Friday night. And that's the parents of. It's the best. It's a good age because they don't get out very often. And when they do, they're like, look, they're away from the kids, and it's just a good age. Young kids, they're fun.
You make the most of it because you don't know when the next one's going to be.
No, every fucking minute away from those kids counts.
It's like, let's get as much alcohol into me as I fucking can. Like if I wake up in a coma, after a coma, I don't give a shit. Just get it in me.
You can't wake up in
a coma. No, you can't wake up in a coma.
Oh, God, I'm in a coma.
I'm in a coma. This is not good.
Yep.
This is not good. So the gig starts and everything's going well. They're just pumping the boys. It's bloody great. But I'll just sort of say when you're who's that?
Des.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Just a little observation. Now, the gig was fine. You could see everything was great. But I'd had the mid-strength. I'd had a well, this is the other issue when you go out with someone who's fucking pretty pissed. They say, "Oh, what do you want?" I said, "Oh, can you just get us a mid-strength?" And they came back with a fucking pale ale or something like that. I go, that's not quite mid-strength, but
I'll just drink half of it.
I'll just drink half of it, or I'll drink it over 4 hours. Yeah. That's good. So they fucked up that drink, but then I'm just, so I'm pretty much sober. Then I went on to the non-alcoholic beers. I mean,
what's the fucking point?
What's the world come to?
I couldn't bring myself to drink light. Mid-strength, that's now a big part of my life. I could never drink light, but fucking zero. I mean, what is the point?
Well, normally I wouldn't give a shit, but like I said, I've got to drive out, staying at Heathrow at Airport West. I've got to concrete the next day. I don't need to do it with
I'd rather have a can of Coke, I reckon.
Yeah, maybe. The heaps normals aren't bad.
Still not as nice as a can of Coke.
Yeah, they're pretty good. But you can't have fucking 10 cans of Coke.
No.
Fucking teeth will fall out.
You didn't have fucking 10.
Oh, I had 4.
You had 4.
I had 4 non-alcoholic beers. Really nerded it up.
You could go back to billboards in 8 years' time. You look in the fridge, there will still be a fucking full shelf there with 4 non-alcoholic beers missing.
Do we have to rotate the stock? No one's buying this shit.
And they'll remember the day Evan came in and bought those 4 beers.
Oh, Jesus. There's one for the ages. I didn't know what was going on. Anyway, so I'm pretty much sober. And you just noticed, like when you're at a gig sober and you've got a mate who's clearly been on the piss on the double vodkas for about 5 hours, it just gets a little, it's great, but they're just so into it. And I find, mate, it was great catching up with Jolie, but the arms are flailing and there's a lot of spit and saliva. How good's Frenzal? And I go, fuck, I'm going to have to change my shit.
Which mate's this?
This is Jolie Beatty, who he's sort of like, he's not someone who I ring all the time, but it's more of a gig mate.
Yeah, gig
You'll
mate.
see him at gigs.
You
know where you've got gig mates, you've got footy mates, you've got school mates, you've got other mates. Yeah. So catch up with him at a gig and
when you're pissed, you notice, or when you're sober, you noticed your pissed mates how blissfully unaware of the situation. Like there could be a group of guys about to punch their lights out and they will have no idea.
No idea. So they're like,
they could be spitting on people in front.
Well, he's not a fighter, so that's good.
And, you don't have to be a fighter to have someone want to punch you in the head.
That's true.
Like, you could be dropping the C-bomb around kids.
What I find the most is when someone's really drunk is just how much their arms flail about. Like the amount of sort of
movement.
When they move around and they're into a story and the arms are swinging back. It's a surprise more people don't get knocked out just walking through the mosh pit.
Yeah.
But that was good fun. Show went well. I got home all right. So that wasn't really much of a story. But then Saturday night I headed out. I do all the big gigs, mate.
Yeah.
I do all the big gigs. So I headed up to Shepparton.
Yep. The home of comedy.
The home of comedy. I did a gig. I was booked for the Shepparton. I mean, you talk about your big gig.
Yep.
The Shepparton Greyhound Awards Night, mate.
Yep. The bloody dish lickers.
The old dish lickers.
The poor man's horse racing industry.
Yeah. I walked in there and I thought if you're a man or a woman and you think, at me best I'm a 4 or a 5.
Yep.
I reckon go hang out at the Shepparton Greyhounds Awards Night.
Well, it's ironic that greyhounds are so skinny when everyone in the industry is so fucking morbidly obese. It's like, can you please give your dogs just
Half
some of
the
your
food
scraps?
yeah.
Just a fucking...
It might not run as quick.
Just a crust, a bit of fat from your steak or something. You are fucking eating all your dog's food. That maybe greyhounds aren't that.
Maybe they're not meant to be like that.
No, just every greyhound owner doesn't leave any food for their dogs.
Yeah. They're dish licking.
Yeah, even
the owners are dish licking.
Even with the best intentions, we'll buy a can of Pal and crack it open and
this
just
smells all right.
And just think, fuck, I wouldn't mind this. Has that got? Oh, that's gravy.
Oh, that's gravy.
Gravy.
That is power with gravy.
Yeah, sorry.
Or chum, so chunky you carve it. Fuck that. I'm eating it straight out of the tin.
Sorry, better loosen up. I'm fucking having your meal.
Better loosen up.
It might have been a horse.
It was a horse. It was a horse. Sorry.
I'm eating your
Santa's little helper.
Yeah.
Of the Simpsons. That was a greyhound, wasn't it?
You can get your own feed, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they chase the fucking rabbits so
They're so fucking hungry.
Because their owners eat all their fucking food.
Yeah, I'll chase a fake rabbit around. It looks delicious. Yeah, so they're fasting, the old greyhounds. But went in there, and to be honest, like we do rip a bit of shit, but I reckon greyhound people they're my people, I reckon. Like I'm not going to
hideous.
Yeah, I reckon they're my people. Great community.
No, it's a community.
Like you've got the horse race and everyone's doing coke at no one's doing coke at the Shepparton Greyhounds. So I walked in, there were two blokes in the toilet, fucking crushing up Nurofen.
Yeah. No, there's no coke in the greyhound game. Industry. It's a poorly packed bong at best. In the racing industry, it's more your VB and bloody hamburger with a lot sort of vibe.
Yeah, well, the food was beautiful. They served it out of this was cute. They served our little dog bowls, which was nice. No, just taking the piss.
No,
I did lick the plate though, so I thought let's get into it. But Stevie J was up there, your mate.
Yeah, my mate Stevie
J. So he had some great stories. He didn't tell the story about when he
did the runner.
Did the runner.
Zero. Yeah,
No,
that's a classic.
Yeah, it's a great story. But he did tell a funny story. He was talking about 2011. They were playing the Gold Coast.
Yep.
Up there, and Campbell Brown was playing on him actually.
Yep.
Yeah,
this is his go-to.
This is Should I tell? There's not enough people who are going to ruin the story.
I think they've probably heard it.
They've probably heard it
because he's done it on.
He might have done it on radio.
I think he's done it. I've heard it a few times.
Okay.
But maybe tell it. Maybe
Will you correct me when I fuck it up?
Okay.
Well, so
yeah, I'm not really,
you're not the best.
I'm not one for details normally.
Okay. So 2011, Geelong are playing the Gold Coast on the Gold Coast. Geelong's Gold Coast first year in the comp, and they're having a good sort of first half. So Gold Coast are up.
Yep.
In the at half time. And all right, and because Geelong, they're an up and about team.
Yep.
They were meant to be, they were going all right that year, but they're losing to the Gold Coast. So Stevie J thought, "Fuck this, I'm going to have to do something.
I'm going to turn it on.
I'm going to turn it on." So he came out. He kicked, I think it might have been 5 goals in the second half. Then kicked his 6th, and Campbell Brown's playing on him, and he kept saying to Campbell Brown, he goes, "Mate, cash or card."
Cash or card.
Cash or card. And Brownie's professional. He's like, I'm not biting back here. He didn't say anything. He kicks another.
I wouldn't want to fight Brownie.
Nah, I wouldn't fight Brownie. Nah,
You're a little fucking lunatic, right? Though. I can imagine those little hands just because he's not that big.
No.
He played a lot bigger than he was.
He did.
He really got the best out of himself.
He did. But he's just a nutcase. A nutcase.
Lovely guy, but yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't fuck with him. It's like the Irish bird up in Belgrave. Just don't fuck with him.
Not to be fucked with.
Not to be fucked with. So cash or card. Brownie's not biting. Comes to the end of the game. He hasn't said anything back to the cash or card comment. And obviously Stevie J's like, come on, say something. He was hoping that Brownie would say, cash or card? What for? And Stevie J was hopefully going to say, oh, mate, well, how are you going to pay for the lesson I just gave you? But obviously he didn't say that.
No.
So Brownie walks off the field. They've lost. He says to Gary Ablett Jr., hey, Gazza, after John, Stevie, he's kicking these goals. He goes, cash or card, cash or card. What the fuck did he mean by that? He said, oh, well, obviously he was going to say, how are you going to pay for your tickets to the Stevie J show?
Because you got front row to the Stevie
Front
J
row
show.
to the Stevie
Boy,
J
yeah,
show.
geez, he was a smart ass.
Oh, fuck yeah. But I guess when you kick 7 goals like that, you're that good.
Yeah, he was good. He nearly didn't play in that 2011 granny.
Oh.
And then I remember sitting there at Clayton Footy Club. We just watched, must have just watched a granny, and we were sitting in the rooms afterwards, a local footy granny, watching on TV and watching him getting carried off with his knee. And I remember saying, Collingwood have just won the flag.
Yeah, he's not playing
Collingwood
next
have
week.
won the flag.
Yeah.
And sure enough, he played and kicked about fucking 5 or something, didn't he?
Yeah, well, he mentioned that. Like the day before, they jabbed his knee up on the Friday.
Yep.
Friday, 4 jabs into the knee that brought it down.
Yep.
And then he did the fitness test. I reckon maybe he said about 45 minutes before the game. Got through that, but the fucking knee was fucking... Oh, no, before the fitness test. He said, whatever you did to the doc, he said, whatever you did yesterday that fucking got me knee down because it blew up again.
Yep.
They fucking jabbed it.
Jabbed it again.
Before he did that fitness test before the granny, like an hour before or something like that. And fucking he got through and fucking...
Yeah.
Kicked 3 goals or something, didn't
They
he?
kicked 5, I think.
5! I was poleaxed that grand final. I had no idea.
Yeah,
But,
I was at that one.
Anyway, so good fun at the Greyhounds. So that was about it. Good fun having a chat to Stevie J.
Yeah, he's a good man.
Afterwards.
Coaching Yarrawonga down there. And,
Yeah. No, and seriously, thanks to everyone at the Shep. You know who was laughing most at my comedy spot was like the pensioners, like the 95-year-olds with the walking frame and the knife. Like they were loving it.
Yeah.
That's what you like about country people. They're not as pretentious.
No, they're not. They're not.
No, they're having a good laugh.
It's good. Maybe you could do the old retirement village
Circuit.
Circuit.
As long as no one comes at me with a knife and a walking frame.
No.
Anyway,
so
let's finish on this big bad boy.
Yeah, right. So gig in Wagga Friday night. Because originally I was meant to do Wagga on the Friday night, Griffith on the Saturday night. Stay up there, do Griffith.
That's
but surprise, surprise, I fucked it up and booked them a week apart. So I had to drive back from Griffith the week before. That was the one where I walked through the door at about 7 a.m.
7 in the morning.
Yeah, straight in. G'day, babe. Happy Mother's Day. And then no sleep, straight into kids' sport.
And with the Wagga gig, did you go to the airport? You went to the Virgin Land. You go, fuck, I didn't
Can I
even
get
buy
to
a
Wagga?
plane ticket.
Yeah.
I'm driving.
And they said, mate, you're driving to Wagga. I was like, bugger. No, so gig was great. Wagga Tigers up there. Great club. Gig went well. Driving home. I thought, fuck it, I'm going to drive home. Drove all the way home. And I was talking last week, we're saying, you're awake and you're looking around, but a little bit of you's going, I wonder how good my reactions are at this hour. I've sort of, I'm really on autopilot here. If something were to happen in front of me, a roo or a human, jump in front, how quick would I react? So anyway, I've got all the way home. It's 4:20 a.m. and I'm driving. I'm on the Monash, and I'm about 3 kilometres away from the Warrigal Road turnoff. So I'm 10 minutes from home. Driving along, I'm in the 100k zone, so I'm doing 100 k's. Hardly any cars around because it's Friday night. It's Saturday morning, and there's only one white car behind me. And all of a sudden, I get to a car. I'm doing 100. There's a car, like a hotted up sort of, I don't know, Commodore or something, blue in front of me. It's only doing about 30 k's an hour, and it's in the middle lane, and it's sort of just fishtailing going
At 30.
At 30, like going, and then it would speed off, and then fishtail again.
Real flog
just a real flog. But on the Monash, like, I don't reckon there'd be a square centimetre of the Monash that doesn't have some sort of camera on it.
Yeah.
Don't you reckon?
Yeah.
Like there's cameras all
over. CCTV cameras?
Yeah, not necessarily speed cameras, but
no.
But
well, they need them, don't they? Because like if something breaks down, they go, there's a breakdown 2 kilometres before there's a flog doing burnouts at 30 kilometres an hour.
Yeah, there's that guy that sits in that fucking creepy room with the 80
monitors,
1,000 monitors, and 10 of them are just porn, and you got the sport, and trying to concentrate on the road.
Tom Siegert's coming through it.
Yeah,
4 a.m. again.
Yeah, he's. I think he's drifting off. I
think he's fucked up his itinerary.
Yeah. So anyway, there's a car in front of me, sort of fishtailing. So I've slowed right down, and normally I'd just go around him, but
they're unpredictable.
Unpredictable at best. So he's sort of fishtailing, and then he's come to a complete stop
in the middle.
In the middle of the Monash.
Jesus.
So I've stopped behind him. White car behind me. All of a sudden, this car in the middle of the Monash, 4:20 a.m., has started doing fucking doughies.
Jesus.
Going.
He's putting on a show. He's got
putting
a crowd.
On a show. And so I've obviously, as you do, I reached for my phone and to record it, because I'm thinking this is full on, and I've got it up, and then it sort of occurred to me, I was like, actually, I better. I don't think I should have the camera out here, because I've got to be on my A game. This actually could get out of control. So I've put the camera down, because he was getting quite close to me with his doughy, and the smoke was fucking everywhere. And I was thinking to myself, this has to be a stolen car, like, because the wheel was fucked, was sort of half hanging. This wheel.
Yeah, well, it always blew my mind that you get these hotted up cars. You go to Friday night, you'll go out the back streets or something. You'll blow through a set of tyres. You're like, oh, fuck, I've got to buy new tyres for my car.
People love it.
I hate changing a fucking flat tyres the best of times.
I hate pumping up my kids' footies when they go flat. Like, it's a fucking nightmare. Getting the PSI or whatever the fuck it is.
35.
Anyway, so he's doing doughies. I'm there. And
just eating your peanut and M&Ms.
Yeah, I'm my 8,000th minty. I'm sitting in my own minty shit. And the white car's behind me. All of a sudden, he's gone from doughy, because when they all of a sudden the tires catch and they take off.
Yeah.
So his tires have caught, and he's gone. Whoo, it must have been. I reckon he was doing 50 to 60.
He's gone the right way or the wrong way?
The side way.
Oh,
straight into the fucking concrete.
He's hit the wall.
He's hit the fucking wall.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely flat out into this wall. And
you're like, fuck, I wish I recorded that.
Oh, mate, it absolutely fucking crumpled this car.
Great.
So the car,
good.
The bonnet, he's gone. The bonnet's gone into the fucking
airbags.
Airbags off. A guy got out of the passenger side holding his head, and then just collapsed onto the ground. Sort of a young Italian Gino sort of looking guy.
A muzzer.
And the driver got out. He looked a bit better, but he was sculling a bottle of water. So I think he's thinking,
all right,
look, I know
I've got to sober up.
I know this doesn't work, but this is a fucking Hail Mary. I'm in a bit of trouble here. And then the white car behind me, because I'm parked at the moment.
Did you swear? You're like, fuck.
No, I'm fucking half asleep. I'm going, is this even happening? And then, and the white car behind me has all of a sudden gone, doot, 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 and lights have come on the dash. It's an undercover cop.
Oh, Jesus.
It's an undercover cop. So it's slowly gone around.
So he came up and said, Tom, back there, I saw you didn't do a head check and put your indicator on.
Yeah, how long have you been driving for? I said, 18 hours. He said, you're under arrest. I said, what about them? And he said, who?
I'm not worried about them.
He said, who? And I looked over and there was nothing there. And I just imagined, I was so tired, I just imagined it. He said, Tom,
you fell asleep.
You've really got to start booking some closer gigs. And your pubes are horrendous. So it's not over.
All right.
It's not over. So the cop cars come and it's just parked. So it's not, no one's getting out of this cop car, but you know it's a cop car. There's cops in there. That's how I know it's a cop car. And it's got cop lights.
And it says cops.
Police down the side.
And the music. Bad boys, bad boys. What you going to do?
Yeah,
Started coming on.
Yeah. And so I've just stayed there. And I'm thinking, because by now I could have gone around. Because this car not only wasn't taking up a middle lane, it wasn't even taking up a lane. It was...
And it's 5 lanes.
And it was wedged to the fucking wall. So they're just... I don't know whether the cops are writing up a report or what they're doing, but they're just watching these two guys bloody, I don't know. Anyway,
Piece their life together.
Yeah, John. I don't know what they're doing. They got a few regrets, these boys. They're thinking maybe we shouldn't have got so cocky behind the wheel.
Should have just stayed with the fishtails.
Yeah, shouldn't have watched.
Doing the doughies was a bit too much.
Shouldn't have watched Fast and the Furious
75
before he went out. Yeah, should have just watched Star Wars again.
I'm bald, but I'm not Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
I'm just a loser.
So anyway, I'm sort of hanging in there thinking, well, I might be a witness here.
You are.
I saw the whole
definitely
thing.
a witness.
I saw the whole thing. I mean, I'm a bit underslept. And I'm not sure if there's a limit on how many minties you can have before you go to court. But I've definitely over the limit there. But anyway, so I've waited there for about 5 minutes. And I've thought, no one's fucking doing it. So I just thought, I've got to get home.
So you pulled out your gun.
Yeah.
You go, get your hands on the... you can't put it on the bonnet.
I shot the two cops.
The bonnet's not there.
I said to the cops, I said, wind down your window. I said, so you're not tasering these fucking blokes.
Yeah.
And you're tasering that
95-year-old dementia patient.
I said, pull your head in, mate.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I've driven off. I've thought, all right, I've got to get to bed. I've got to be up in about fucking 2 hours for kids' sport. So I've gone around and my car's fucked. It's going... And it's fucking the smell.
Afterwards.
So there was smoke. It looked like there was looked like Gus was fucking having a party in the middle of the Monash. Like there was that much fucking smoke. You could barely fucking see through it. Smoke everywhere. And his fucking bonnet, smoke was coming out of his bonnet. There was shit everywhere. So anyway, I'm driving along and it feels like I'm towing a fucking...
Your car?
My car. And I'm like, I wasn't in a fucking crash.
I didn't fishtail. I've eaten 35 donuts, but I haven't done one.
It was very smoky. And, it's a good point. Is it possible that I've fucked my car from eating so many donuts? I
put on 10 kilos.
He doesn't. Have I fucked the
suspension?
Why in that much shit? I fucked the suspension. Remember Don Tran? Were you around when?
Yeah,
he was
he's funny. Good jokes.
He had that joke. The Spanish hoons do donuts in a straight
line because of the Spanish donut.
Very clever.
Very good.
Anyway, so it feels like I'm pulling a fucking semi-trailer. I'm going... and the smell...
I'll get on the speed.
And the smell of rubber is... I'm like, is this fucking car on fire? And I'm going down the highway at about 60 k's an hour going... So I've pulled over. By now there's a few cars zipping past. Yeah. But still not many. It's fucking 4:45 in the morning or up past 4. And I've got out, looked at the front of my car, expecting to see it all crumpled up or something. Like somehow when it was smoky, the car like sideswiped me or something.
Well, was there rubber on the road and shit?
Oh, there's rubber fucking everywhere.
Okay.
And so looked at the front of the car, nothing. There's nothing wrong with it. And I was like, am I going fucking mad here?
You've left the handbrake on, haven't you?
No. I've told 3 people this story. Everyone's asked if I've left the handbrake on. And no.
All right, hang on. You've done something? You've it was in you put it in first.
It's an auto.
Yeah, but you put it just in first.
It's an auto.
You can still put it in first. There's drive, second, first.
No.
Okay.
Anyway, so I'm like, this is crazy. So I'm driving, going back on the road. It's the smell of smoke. I'm like, am I going mad here?
What have you done?
And I've pulled over, got out the fucking car. It's fucking about 1 degree. And I'm looking at the front of my car, and I looked under my car. I've ran over this bloke's fucking wheel. I've got this bloke's fucking wheel jammed under my car. I'm like... So when I was leaving the scene, I must have just
gone ba-bom, ba-bom.
I fucking ran over his wheel and dragged it down. So I bet... I'm picturing them back at the scene going, where the fuck is that fourth wheel? Is this bloke car only had fucking 3 wheels? Oh. And I'm like, so I've got under. It's fucking freezing, and it's bloody. frosty. The road's fucking frosty, and I'm under the fucking car trying to pull this. It's wedged that fucking tight.
Oh,
and I'm like, I'm gonna have to call fucking RACV.
You're gonna have to get the jack up the car.
Oh, I didn't
to
think
bloody
about that.
get the wheel out.
That wouldn't have been a bad idea.
I picture you just going driving. What the fuck?
So I've got back in
on?
the. I'm going. Do I ring RACV? Is this an RACV thing, or is it like, what's your problem? I've got a wheel caught under my car. I said, how to get there?
I'll just
long
run over
story. So what do you say to RACV? You're gonna. All right. I'm on the Monash. You're gonna drive past a car that's fucking crumpled against a. Yeah.
That's not the issue.
That's not the issue. So
they've only got 3 wheels.
I'm about 500 metres down the road. So just ignore the 2 dead guys that clearly need medical assistance. I've got a wheel wedged under my fucking car. So I've thought, all right. So, and this is where my amazing brain comes in.
Jesus Christ.
I
try to come up with stuff every week. I've got fucking nothing.
Oh.
You just fuck up every week.
There was a little. Well, I didn't fuck up. A fucking couple
you
of
didn't make it to the airport on time. You've run over a fucking wheel.
Anyway.
Like, do I have to start stacking my car into shit?
So what would you do in this situation?
So RACV's on the way.
No, I haven't called anyone. So I'm sitting in the driver's seat. It's 4:30 a.m.
Can't get the wheel out.
I've been under there. I've tried to drag the wheel out.
I'd get the jack.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
No.
I thought I'm going to reverse.
Oh, well, reverse is
and
good.
try and pop it out. So I shit you not.
Could you pop the tyre?
I think it was already had issues. Had bigger issues than being popped.
And it
was actually disconnected to the car.
Jesus.
So I've reversed and I went a long way, probably about 150 metres.
Back past the crash.
The cops are
back, guys.
They're like, is that fuckwit that was...
He left 3 hours ago.
Hi, guys. There again. Just touching base.
This car sounds worse than your car, boys.
I didn't get back that far. So I must have driven a fair way with that tyre fucking wedged under, because I reversed about 150 metres and then it just went plop, plop, and like my car gave birth to this fucking wheel out the front and it was just fine. And I thought, I wonder if it's fucked it, but drove, not a fucking drama in the world. Oh, and then when I came out, I nearly hit a fucking car. Imagine that, if I had hit a fucking, went through all that, go around the tyre and get wiped out by a fucking semi. Imagine if that was the way you went and they had to tell your family and that, all right,
they're looking at the footage.
We've got footage of your husband's last 5 minutes.
Last 15 minutes.
Of his life. We think he might be the biggest fuckhead on the planet.
How has he made it to 46?
Yeah. It's very sad that he's dead, but it is a miracle that,
someone like that, they usually don't last past much past their 18th birthday.
This is, be happy for the time you had with him and that you didn't die in a car with him.
Go get your kids checked.
Yeah. If they've got it, we've got some problems. So I drove home. Yeah. And I was all bloody, after that I was up and about. I said, Tam was asleep. I said, babe, you wouldn't believe what happened. She was like, fucking idiot.
Mate, this blows my mind. I try to come up with stuff. I've driven to Shepparton. I've done, and you just fuck up every week, and you got the best stories.
You've just got to remove a few brain cells. That's the key.
What?
That is the key.
I just got to switch off. Maybe I've got to start drink driving or something.
Maybe start booking a few gigs about 7-8 hours away. Commit to something on the next morning at 8.
Oh, if anyone's got a gig in Dubbo next weekend, hit me up.
Yep.
I'm keen.
And then in Canberra.
Yeah, the next
morning.
Yeah,
like
and then
breakfast.
Mate, maybe Alice Springs.
Yep.
I'll do the gig. I need a story. I need a story.
It does become the norm.
But do you ever start thinking, what is wrong with me? Did you ever, at what point are you going?
Well, I didn't really do anything there.
Well, you had 6 lanes and you drove over
If you had seen how much smoke was, it's amazing I didn't. There was smoke fucking everywhere. It was like a fucking 90s dance floor.
The smoke machine's going off. Oh, the blue light disco.
Yeah.
So,
but anyway, that was something.
And there's no damage under the car?
No, everyone asked that question, and it doesn't seem to be. A couple of people at work said, there's an oil catcher or something?
Oh, like we're underneath where the oil goes, there's like a little screw. Well, it's a bloody nut or something.
Yeah, they said that can sort of be
Are you
damaged.
leaking oil? You got oil in the car?
I'll have a look.
I think there's a cover over the
Yeah,
oil.
They said nowadays it's plastic and can be quite easily
Yeah, I reckon a tyre would fuck that.
broken
Especially if
by
you've driven it for 10 kilometres.
Yeah.
Up the
I might have a look at that. So that was my little adventure.
Well, that's a great. Did we find out are they still alive? Those blokes?
I bloody had a look at the news the next day and did a bit of surfing, but they were still alive.
Okay.
Didn't see anything. That shit happen all the time, I reckon.
I reckon that's karma. I reckon something like that when they're being smart asses like that. There's a little bit of you.
Yeah.
Probably a big bit that goes, suck shit, dickhead.
Yeah.
It's like when people just hoon past you or they're zigzagging in and out of traffic. You're like, oh, it's a little part that goes, I wouldn't mind if I saw you ploughed into the wall concrete barrier on the Monash a bit further up.
Happened a lot, I reckon. I remember once out the front of a blue light in Wodonga. There was two blokes going to fight, and it would have been a couple of hundred people because it was blue light had finished, everyone waiting for this fight. And anyway, they're fucking mouthing off, and it just didn't eventuate. And one bloke just got, and he had a motorbike there, and he goes and just lipped off and said, "Mate, well, you fucking weak piece of shit if you won't fight me or whatever." And he's got on his motorbike and gone to fucking lay a patch and has just fucking lost control and flying over the handlebars around the roundabout there in Wodonga, and he's fucking gone up into the garden, and he's just absolutely fucked himself.
Yeah.
And he's just laying there.
And then the bloke came in and goes, all right, you want to go, champ?
Yeah.
Let's go, mate. Bang.
And won quite convincingly.
He kept smashing him in the head, and he goes, fuck, he's still got his helmet on.
Yeah, silly. Should have lifted a little visor.
Good stuff, mate. Good stuff.
So,
all right, well, I'm looking for, have you got any big trips coming up? I'm looking for some more good stories off you, mate.
I'm going to Bairnsdale this week, so if you're in the Bairnsdale vicinity, stuff can wait, can't it? Like it.
Because we've got to record two eps while we're away.
What are we going for here? An hour 7.
Hour 7.
Fuck,
so
man.
we'll save them up.
You like to keep things to that week, but then the listeners don't know, do they?
They don't know.
No, as long as they're getting the story, like they're not going to be
we'll just, and they know we've got to pre-record before I go to the States.
Yeah, true.
Yep.
So
good stuff, mate.
Oh yeah,
that's Jesus.
It's a hell of a tale.
That is two big tales. Just
but that
in the one
the
week.
airport thing was. I thought I've really fucked this up.
Yeah. Yep. No, well, you made it, mate. Well done. Well done. I'm actually speechless at how fucking dumb you are. To be honest,
you don't have to live it. You get to jump in a different car and bloody head home.
You should just do the podcast by yourself, mate. You literally could just all this. You wouldn't be able to
produce it.
You wouldn't be able to record it. Yeah. Anyway, that's good times, mate. Good times. Well, hey, thanks for everyone who is tuning in. Get on the Instagram. You didn't end up taking photos.
The only photo I got was
the tyre underneath.
From the tyre. When I reversed and it popped out. I thought I'll get a.
Send me that photo. I'll put it on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, that's the only because the rest was sort of too full on.
It's too much happening.
I could nearly finish this up with a fart too. Let's put a little bloody cherry on this episode. Actually,
do it.
It'll be
I went
shit.
back up.
Do it. It'll be shit.
Just do it.
It'll be. My farts. I think my ass has got looser.
It's all the peanut M&Ms. So get on the Instagram, get on the YouTube, jump on the Patreon. We put the story up.
I thought we agreed not to do that one.
No, you said it was all right.
All right. Oh, it's on the Patreon.
It's on the Patreon.
Okay.
You know what the Patreon is?
Yep.
What am I working with here? I've got good stories. Get on the YouTube, get on the Patreon. Tell your mates, tell your friends, give it a rating, give it a review, share it around.
Tell your mates. I know
Tell them.
You've probably turned off by now, but tell your mates. Fucking tell your mates.
Get into it.
We need to get more people.
I think the thing is, they could tell them, and if they tell 10, only 1 people are going, yeah, that's all right. 9 people are going, that's fucking shit.
I reckon most people, you got to pick your dog. Don't give it to your fucking, your priest or your mum or anything like that. Dog, choose the people you tell.
Some mums listen to it.
Very few.
Very few. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so get around it. And that's another episode, Timmy.
It certainly is.
Oh, good banter.